미지야.
Cup, and then we're just gonna mix the tray. Tablespoons. And now we're just gonna let this mix until the dough comes together and is very smooth. It'll take a few minutes. We're gonna put on the paddle, and then we'll grab a few other ingredients, namely butter. We're making a butter block. So we're gonna do 1 pound of room temp. Really what's important, just spreading this with my offset spatula, and because the butter was room temp, it's really easy to... My pastry chefs and... seams to seal. And now what we're gonna do is we're trying to roll it out to a 1/2 inch thick to perform our first fold. Of the dough down about 1/4 of the way over the dough and the bottom portion up to meet it. And this should sort of look like a book with an off-center spine, an open book with an off-center spine, like that. So now we're just gonna wrap this in plastic wrap, let it rest in the fridge. We want it to be firm but pliable. We also want to give it about 15 minutes to go ahead and roll it out and do the second fold. Again, I'm only going to use as much flour as I need. Down a 1/3 way over the dough, and then top 1/3 up over it. Look how smooth that dough is. And our next fold is called a 3-fold. And the way you perform that fold is by folding the dough, the top portion of the dough, down a 1/3 of the way over the dough. Pliable. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it out and do the second fold. Again, I'm only going to use as much flour as I need. You can see already the dough looks smoother now than it did when we did the first fold, and it's going to continue to lighten. and then the top third up over it. And that's all. So we'll wrap this up, chill it, give it a rest. Our next two folds are just repeating the same process of those first two again and allowing it to rest in between. So now I'm going to do the second four-fold. And the cons are it just isn't as precise as puff pastry. So you can't do effects like scoring, but it's just as flaky, just as crisp, just as golden brown. For 90% of the things that you're gonna be doing at home, you can use rough puff and you're gonna be really happy. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna start by putting 300 grams of all-purpose flour